You're listening to Sip and Grow the podcast, the show where we taste awesome, delicious wines while having unfiltered conversations about our passions, experiences, struggles, entrepreneurship, and life. My name is Nicole Di Pasquale, and I'm a wine enthusiast just trying to pursue her passions and dreams while taking you on the journey with me, one episode at a time. My ultimate goal is to not only bring you wine knowledge and value, but also inspire you to enjoy your process and journey in pursuing your passions and dreams. Because guess what? The person you become while enduring the process is more important. So sit back, grab a glass, and let's sip and grow together. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Sip and Grow the podcast with me, your host, Nicole Di Pasquale. So today's bottle was simply inspired because I saw the bottle and I was like, that looks cool. Let's buy it. Let's try it. Why not? So this is a Cabernet Sauvignon from Mendoza, Argentina. And I didn't really look up like I said, I just looked at the bottle and was like, hey, this is a cool label. Let's get it on the podcast. But when I went to go search for it, I believe this is just like a small producer, or I don't know, because not that I don't know, but I researched basically the people who imported it, and it's actually owned by a group called Grupo Peñaflor. So they're basically like a wine producer company, and they have a huge importing and exporting company where they import all these wines to a bunch of different countries. And I believe they just probably just because this wine doesn't have a specific website and I couldn't find any information on it, I believe they probably just found someone to cultivate this wine, and then they just put a label on it and imported it to countries to sell the wine. Because all the information I know about Oneirois, which is what it's called, Oneirois Cabernet Sauvignon 2021 vintage, is on the back. It kind of just explains why the label is called Oneirois, which Oneirois is actually a Greek god. The way it's spelled on the bottle is a little bit different than the way the Greeks spell it. So in the Greeks spell it Oneiros, and then they just spell it without the E on here. But in the back it says, inspired by the Greek god Oneiros, this enticing wine draws your senses to a complex and multi-dimensional Cabernet experience. Oneiros is the god of dreams who takes on several different forms, just as this big, bold Cabernet has many unique layers that come together to create an exceptional palate. This smooth, mouth-filling wine offers aromas of plum, jam, concentrated black fruit, tobacco, and a lot of finesse. Soft, ripe tannins from 15 months aging in French oak barrels with an elegant, persistent finish. Well, I wish I didn't read that part, but it's fine. We'll still do the tasting anyways. But this company, Grupo Peñaflor, is basically, they actually have really big, they're in charge of importing really big names in Argentina. So one of them, if you guys might know, it's Trapiche. The other one is Moscata Vineyards, Moscata Vineyards, right? I'm getting it confused with Moscato. No, Mascota. Mascota Vineyards is the other one. I was just seeing the label in my brain, but I've had a bunch of wines from both of those producers, and they're very well-known big producers in Argentina. But yeah, when I was looking into this wine, I just think it's one of those situations where they just bought grapes and had someone produce the wine for them and then put a label on it and imported it to different countries to sell the wine. So it's through that company. Unless if you guys have heard of this and I'm wrong, please let me know, just because I haven't found any other information on this wine. But I am excited to try it because it's from a really good region that I know overall produces very good wine. And yeah, I'm excited to try it. But before I open this up, I was like, you know what? Let me research this Greek god, right? So like, supposedly Oneirois is like a group of gods, I guess, because there's like different Oneirois gods within the Oneirois group. I don't know how to say it. But one of them is called Morpheus. So I wrote down specifically what he is because he kind of inspired this topic for this episode. So Morpheus is the great winged god of dreams, known to bring forth visions of truth to remind others of what they have forgotten. So with that, I started thinking, I'm like, well, that kind of sounds like, like the whole like subconscious, conscious thoughts type of situation. Because first of all, have you guys ever had a dream where it's crazy and like all these things happen and then you wake up out of nowhere and you're like, oh my God, that was a crazy dream. I need to remember it because I want to tell, well, at least I try to remember it because I want to tell my friends about it. Because our dreams actually tell us a lot more than we think they do. But it's just a matter of paying attention to them. And like, I know a lot of people too that they do like therapy where they have to like write down their dreams to kind of like understand a little bit more of like what they're trying to like heal from, or whatever, like all these things. And like with that, our dreams actually, I think, are like a gateway to our subconscious mind. This is just another this is what me and my friends talk about all the time. So you're welcome to the club. You're in it with us. My friends aren't here, but like, this is probably one of the many things that we talk about all the time when we get together. And it's like a mixture of like that with like joking around and being clowns 24/7. So it's a fun time. But anyways, our dreams actually unlock or are the gateway to like our subconscious mind. So like our subconscious mind is essentially, you have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is basically something that you already know to be true without even thinking about it. So like usually that is developed at an early age. So like at an early, like when we were younger, our subconscious mind knows that the sky is blue just because when we were younger, we were told the sky is blue. So like the sky is blue. And we know that without even thinking about it, right? But that's like not a harmful subconscious thought, but there can be like harmful subconscious thought, which also correlates with like trauma and experiences and whatever. But like a good example would be like, okay, if you were young, when you were young, maybe you struggled with like reading a book and someone during that time that was like close to you or had a lot of influence in your life, or you saw frequently, told you that you're not smart because you can't read well. So like that stayed in your subconscious. So like fast forward to like adulthood life. Let's say you have like a certain opportunity that could potentially be good for you. Subconsciously, you think you're not smart enough because way back when you were little and you were struggling reading because you were just learning how to read, someone told you that you weren't smart. And then in your subconscious, it stayed that you weren't smart enough to like be able to read or do other things. So your subconscious mind believes that you're not smart enough. So now it's like fast forward to adulthood, you kind of have to like understand that that's part of your subconscious thoughts and see if you can like reframe or rewire that. And there's like a bunch of ways to do that, but I just find it interesting because it's like this guy Morpheus, this god, Greek god, whatever, he like shows you what the truth in your dreams or whatever. And I was like, well, that's kind of like our subconscious thoughts. Like if you really pay attention to your dreams, you can actually figure out like certain things. I mean, it's a correlation of a bunch of things. Like if you're going through something or like you need an answer to a very tough decision in your life or whatever, like I believe that decision can like show up in your dreams because it's a combination of like thinking about it, being stressed about it, and then like your subconscious beliefs all mixed into one. But I know a lot of people that have like, there's a lot of ways to bring to light what your subconscious believes and then kind of like turn it around for yourself. So like one of the things could be like if you're trying to figure out what's stuck in your subconscious, what you can do is kind of write down your dreams as soon as you wake up so that you don't forget them, and kind of analyze that and see what's the main revolving theme. Like, your dreams cannot make sense. Like, you can literally just write down red, end of the world, zombies, whatever your dream was, and like it might not make sense, but like over a period of time, if you collect all this information, you'll see how it all kind of correlates together, and then you'll see what's the revolving theme around all these dreams. So I don't know, I'm going into a tangent of subconscious dreams, but I just found it interesting because my friend Dakota, she's a like mental performance coach, shout out to Dakota, and she's all about like rewiring your nervous system. And once you know what your subconscious thoughts are, you can attack it in a way to kind of reframe or rewire your brain to think differently. Because I feel like when you really pay attention to that and you really understand yourself from that regard and understand what you subconsciously believe, if you unlock that and then kind of understand it and then rewire or retrain your subconscious to think differently, it can actually unlock another level of yourself to like be able to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. Because a lot of times we don't realize it, but like a lot of times like we get to a certain point where like we're stuck or we can't move forward because subconsciously our subconscious belief is actually stopping us from doing that thing that we want to do, or like getting to the next level in our career that we want to get into, because subconsciously we believe different, even though you've done all this work and training and experience to get to where you are. So I just found it interesting because that's actually what Dakota coaches people on doing that. She's like a business, I would say she's like a business, well, she's a mental performance coach, but like she can help you with like getting to the next level in your business or as an entrepreneur or in your personal life, whatever it may be. So I found it kind of cool that this label led me to talk about that. Shout out to Dakota. I'm going to link her in the notes if you guys want to get business coaching from her or mental performance coaching from her. She's the best. I'm currently working with her to do that for myself. So shout out to Dakota. This one's for you. But let's go ahead and try this wine. Wait. So this color is already telling me it's gonna be good. No, it's like a deep ruby red color, which is typical for like a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 2021, so I would say it's fairly young for a Cabernet. Cabernets can age very well, so like I could probably like leave this bottle for like another couple of years and it'll be a little different 4 years from now, which is great. Man, so in the back of this bottle it said it was like aged in French oak. I don't know what it is, but every time a wine is fully aged in French oak, it has like this specific smell that's almost like vanilla mixed with like a spice, like a star anise or something. I always get hints of anise and like vanilla whenever I smell a wine that was like aged in like 100% French oak barrels. But that could just be something personal, I don't know. Let's go ahead and try this wine. So you're getting that bold, like Cabernet flavor in of like tobacco, dark berries with like the tannins are very present and it kind of just lingers and stays in the back of your tongue and then goes down. So like very harsh tannins. But overall for a Cabernet, like I would say, even though it lingers in the back of your tongue, it like goes down smoothly. It's a very young Cabernet. If you like a bold, intense, dark fruit forward Cabernet, this is it. Like, this cost me $19 at Total Wine. I think for the price point, the quality is exceptional. Like, it's out of this world. Yeah, like, plum is coming out, raspberry is even coming out a little bit there, but I would just say like very dark berries. It's almost like jammy for sure, which is what it said in the back. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think I really like this Cabernet. I'm not gonna lie. My rating for this one would probably be, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good Cabernet. I tend to prefer Cabernets from Argentina, personally, but I have also tried really good Cabernets from Napa. So I'm not hating on like California Cabernets because I understand like that is the thing. But overall, really like this wine. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 is my rating for sure. Let me know if you guys try it. Let me know what you think. I really am gonna enjoy this wine with dinner tonight. It's a very strong, so like definitely have food with this. I would not have this as like a drinking wine before dinner. I would just do it with dinner. But I think it would go really nice with like any type of meats, or any type of hearty meal. Definitely, I think it's a 10 out of 10 in that sense. And for the price point, honestly, if you're a cab drinker, I would go ahead and grab you a bottle of this. I think it's really, really nice for a Cabernet. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and leave me a comment, a review. Let me know what you think, what you want to hear, and I look forward to the next episode. Cheers.